Hello, crafty friends. I've been away this week and I thought I'd just check in. I spent this afternoon playing with some new paper and stamp set that I had, and so I thought I'd show that to you. I am at a beach condo I have in the Outer Banks, and it's been a beautiful week here. The first few days, a couple of my girlfriends came with me and we went to the aquarium. And we saw otters, one of my favorite little creatures. They're always so fun and happy swimming around. And so I took lots of pictures because my new paper has otters on it. And I, of course, couldn't wait to have some pictures to scrapbook. So let me show you what I've been playing with a little bit here. Nothing's really finished yet. Hi, crafty friends. Thanks for joining me today. I am in the middle of making a scrapbook layout, and so I wanted to show you what I'm doing and share it with you, and I will be working on the finishing touches here and assembling it. So I have a 2-page layout. It's completely copied from, I can't even really say inspired by, but definitely inspired by a layout designed by Kelly Baxter Fitzgerald. It's using this Otter collection, Otterly amazing stamp set and dies, and then paper that goes with it. When I saw this, I just fell in love with the otters, and I recently had a trip to the aquarium with 2 of my besties, and I took pictures of the otters, and I'm gonna copy this layout, modifying it just a little bit. But this is making me so happy because the little otters are just so joyful. So first, what I've already done, I used this pattern paper that has kind of the kelp as the base, and on both pages. And I'll show you that I actually cut it out. So it's really just a frame of the paper. That way I have more paper, I can use the paper on another layout, and it makes it a little thinner when you're layering so many pages together. Then I have a piece of brown cardstock about, let's see, this is probably 1 inch shorter. So it's about a 1/2 inch on each side. So 12 by 12 for the base. I'll guess this is 11 by 11. And then this one is about 10.5 by 10.5, the white. I tore the white to make a little space here for a river. And I have paper from this otter collection that looks like water. So I've taped that down underneath these 2 kind of white pages. I inked the edge of the white after I tore it to give it some dimension. And then I've cut out all these little otters from the paper. So just I fussy cut that from the paper. The die that comes with this, actually it looks like I cut these with the die, sorry. I cut the otters out with the dies that come in the kit, but they're part of the paper. And there's a die in the kit that cuts little slices into the water so you can kind of tuck them in. I have a couple of them popped up on foam dots. And that's the base of my left side of the picture as well. Same kelp paper, brown cardstock, white cardstock. Tore out a piece to make a space for the river. Taped down the blue water paper behind it, and die cut some. Maybe I fussy cut some of them too. Some of the otters out of the paper and have them playing in the water. I haven't put down any of these embellishments yet. And so let's kind of start building the page. I have a little bit of stamping to do, a lot of gluing, but we'll kind of see how it all comes together. So the die cut that comes with this includes these dies to cut out a kelp. At least that's what I think of this as, kelp, or some sort of water plant. It also has little rocks. So I've cut out a bunch of little rocks. It has a log. I've cut out a couple of logs. And then I added to it some circles that are cut out from the Spotlight on Nature dies. It's a set that has a lot of different sizes of circles with different borders on them. So I've cut some of this out of different colors, including this one. And then on this one, I further used this little fish die cut to cut out some fish swimming. So I'm going to layer these back here, something like this. I want to make sure I've also cut out, in the dies, there's a die that cuts water. It cuts little bubbles of water. So I use that here. And I want to make sure that's fully on the light blue here. I think it's pool party paper below that. That way they all look the same, like they're the same color. And I am going to be using this to kind of anchor this 4x6 photo of me and my besties that I mounted on a slightly bigger piece of peacock cardstock. So let me go ahead and tape these down. I think that's about where I want everything. You can see on this first circle where I cut out the fish, I just taped a piece of darker cardstock underneath it. So I'm going to put them right up there in the corner. And then this one, again, I want to get it so all of those little holes are covered in blue. And what I love about this page layout that Kelly designed is it uses so many little bits and textures. Hers would be slightly different than mine, but I definitely went pretty much with the same approach that she took, and appreciate her and other crafters sharing what they do. Hopefully somebody will be inspired by me sharing this as well, and her great idea can spread. So I'm gonna stop there with that. Now I want to put this little saying, "We're cute together," up there, I think. And I'll probably round the corners to make that look like a tag. And then over here, and I just stamped that. This sentiment comes in the Otter stamp set. And then I'm going to stamp on this little white circle, "Love you lots." And I'm going to grab some ink and probably do a little bit of blender brush inking there. And that's going to go over here. Now, I want to use this otter stamp of these two otters cuddling each other. And I'll probably put that down in here and then anchor that together on top of a log with some rocks next to it and some of the seagrass coming out. So here are the finished pages. I did go back and make a couple of little tweaks. I used a tiny black pen and just outlined a little bit more on that otter to bring him out. I told you I wanted to find some bling. So I looked through all of my little gems and stickers and sparkles, and I decided to use some of these pearls. They're called adhesive backed pearls, and I have some that are like, I don't know, they're like gray, blue, green colors. So I put just a few of those on, and I put them where I had the rock clusters. So it's really subtle, but it just adds a little bit of bling. So there is the left page all done. And then on the right page, I did go in and add this little additional circle. I used the blending brush and some of the pecan pie brown ink to kind of distress it a little bit. Put the place and the date there. And then down here, I added a couple more of those adhesive back pearls just to add a little bit of light reflection. I really love these pages. I hope you had fun following along, and I hope this inspires you to make some kind of showcase piece. A lot of ideas you can use here, no matter what you're doing. Of course, the otter paper and stamps are spectacular, and everybody should own them. You could use this for babies. You could use this for sweethearts in love with the wear cute together. You can use it for camping, or a trip to the aquarium like I did. Lots of ways to use this paper and pack. And this idea of creating something that goes across the 2 pages could be mimicked for something like this with a river or a stream. I think there's lots of other things you could do here, maybe like mountains going across 2 pages. That really connects it together. Cut out lots of shapes when you have a set of die cuts with stamps, and you can use those to make the embellishment clusters like I did here. And then combining kind of these circles with the organic flower plant kind of stuff and the squares really balances everything out to give this layout some motion and artistic interest. And I really love the way it came out. So again, thank you for joining me. If you liked this page and you're working on scrapbooking, please follow my YouTube channel. It's on YouTube, let's see, youtube.com/Blueberry Canary. I think you'd find me by searching on Blueberry Canary or Blueberry Canary Crafting. And again, thank you to Kelly Baxter Fitzgerald for inspiring this page and sharing her work with me. And if you make something like this, post it in the comments. I'd love to see it. And thanks a lot for joining.